What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital and welcome to the video. In this video, these are your market minutes. Of course, we're talking all about gold and silver, our favorite growth stocks. A lot of the stocks that we talked about in yesterday's video are having a really nice bounce today. Super excited. So we're going to be talking about that. And of course, we're going to go in depth into one unique silver company we have talked about in the past before. We've interviewed their president. We will be doing another interview with the company this coming week, but I wanted to bring it back to your attention. Take a look at the company. A lot of things have changed, and it could get really exciting for the gold and silver sector in general, as we've seen a rebound and some gains. So anyways, guys, let's get straight into it. And last but not least, if you do support me, the channel and all the videos, there's two quick things I kindly ask for. Of course, that first thing is to explode the like button for my videos. It takes just 1 second of your time, and it helps so very much, along with cashing that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. If you appreciate these kind of videos and want to know about the ones in the future, I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. And last but not least, let me know in the comments, drop me a comment down below right now what your thoughts are on the overall markets. If you have a couple stocks that you're looking at, I will be taking a bunch of requests for the brand new channel, Departures Stocks, which we did in fact just hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. Actually, we're at 1.05K now. So head on over to Departures Stocks if you do want more content, more raw content, unedited, more opinionated content. And I'm also going to use this channel to go a little bit more in depth. Yesterday we made a video, how does Mindmed compare to the rest of the other psychedelic companies we picked? 3, of course. Compass Pathways was one of them, their biggest competitor, you could say, or the company that I feel like Mindmed should, have similar valuation to, so they need to play catch up, just in my opinion. So take a look at that video, all of the other videos, and drop me some comments on this video letting me know what stocks or what topics you would like to hear about. So anyways, let's get into comment of the day. First comment of the day goes to Brent Mace. Stuck in 14-day quarantine. I need lots of fresh content, Aaron. And you got my like, buddy. It's on the way. Don't worry. We make 2 videos a day plus all the additional content. Yesterday was a crazy day. I had to shoot 5 videos. We're doing an interview today with a brand new hemp company that will be IPOing soon, so lots of new and exciting companies on the way for anyone who's interested. The company is called Hemp Fusion. You can look them up. Second comment of the day goes to Brian Stewart. Aaron, congrats on the new channel. Don't forget about Newfound Gold. It's 2 drill holes from doubling from $4 to $8, man. So we talked about the company before. It was actually one of the first companies we talked about on Departure Stocks. It's been doing really well, so we will have to revisit that. 2 more comments. Jerome Klein, hi Aaron, great video. Most money is tied up in PM stocks, which I added to during the sell-off. Copper has been moving up fast, by the way. And yes, it has. I believe it was Goldman Sachs or one of the major U.S. banks' top commodity for 2021. So, so far so good in the precious metal sector, though. We are getting a really nice recovery for gold and silver, and we will be talking about that. Last comment of the day goes to Brady Loneheart. Hey Aaron, I believe we confirmed that in order for Mindmed to achieve the NASDAQ uplisting, the security must maintain the necessary closing price of $2 for 5 consecutive days. To your knowledge of the uplisting requirements, is this the only thing Mindmed is missing? Cheers, buddy. Great video. And for now, that looks like on paper, those are all of the requirements. But of course, the NASDAQ is also going to take into account how long it's been above $2, how the price action has been over the past couple months. It's all there in the NASDAQ listing requirements, and they're really going to take a look at this scenario. Do they feel like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a pump and dump, which I don't think is going to happen. I think that this sector has a lot more room to run. They may compare it to value. They may compare it to similar companies like Compass Pathways, similar companies in the industry, although there's really only one comparison, which is Compass Pathways, and Mindmed looks undervalued from that perspective. So in a sense, getting onto the NASDAQ would actually give it room to play catch up. So there's lots of factors to take into account, not just that $2 US share price, but we'll see what happens. Really, it's almost out of our hands right now, but we of course need to do our research and due diligence and make those educated decisions. But I think that things are in favor for Mindmed as opposed to being out of favor if the NASDAQ were looking at it as well. But that's just my opinion, because I'm a Mindmed bull, and of course I own the stock, so what the heck. All right, guys, first let's take a look and see what's going on Wall Street for your market minutes, and then we will get into gold and silver, and then that one interesting silver mining company that I've talked about before. Stay tuned for the end of this video to figure out which one it is, and things are looking pretty good for them. So the S&P NASDAQ hit record high as vaccine cheer overshadows grim data. The NASDAQ touched all-time highs on Thursday as investors look past the bleak economic data while remaining focused on a global illness vaccine, with the blue chip Dow getting a boost from Boeing shares. So Ryanair ordered 75 additional 737 MAX jets for a list price of $9 billion, throwing a commercial lifeline to the embattled US plane maker. I'm still not that much a fan of industrials. I mean, they'll have to recover. Industrials, maybe not the airline industry, but other sectors should be fine. But I'm just not a travel airline bull right now. Look at the S&P 500, guys. Let's take a look at the one-year chart. And yes, we are at record highs. If you take a look at the 5-year chart, the markets are just powering ahead. How high could we go? I'm saying 3,800. I think that's a level that we're going to hit, potentially 4,000. That's quite a rally still for the S&P 500, but I think we're on track to put that in with all of the stimulus on the way. Now let's take a look at gold, guys. Gold is up to $18.43, up $12.90 per ounce, up 0.7%. Silver, on the other hand, is lagging gold, so gold is getting more of a safe haven bid today. Silver is up just 11 cents, although holding on to $24 per ounce. The charts for silver are looking pretty good, though, because what I'm seeing right now, by the looks of it on the charts, is a double bottom over the last 3 months. So hopefully that's the case for silver. Let's take a look and see what Kitco is saying. So gold price attempts to tackle 1850 resistance as the U.S. service sector disappoints in November. So that was one significant level that I'm watching is 1850. So the service sector recorded its 6th straight month of growth, which has expanded for all but 2 of the last 130 months. I don't think that economic data plays too much of a role in the price of gold and silver. A little bit, but what's more important is, and one thing that we should be watching, and I've talked about it for so long, is the US dollar. The US dollar is absolutely falling off a cliff. It's getting clobbered all week. And look at the 6-month chart. When it was testing 92, the low 92s again, I said, this thing's going to fall, and that's exactly what we did. And I think that we're going to bounce soon, maybe if we run into 89. And if we don't hold 89, then I think that we've got a lot more downside to go for the US dollar. We could see 80 for the dollar index, and that would result in much, much, much higher gold prices. But long story short, the dollar is crashing, and that's why gold is up, although the dollar is much lower than it's been pretty much all year. So in my opinion, gold should be over $2,000 per ounce right now. But of course, there's some manipulation in the market, along with investors just wanting to chase growth as opposed to safe havens. So anyways, guys, the moral of the story is gold's heading back up, but I hope we hold and I hope we break 1850. If the dollar keeps sliding, I can see that though. So gold prices are higher in midday US trading Thursday as the bulls have stabilized the market and have gained some upside momentum late this week after prices hit a 5-month low on Monday. Since Monday's close, prices have rallied $60 an ounce. A depreciating US dollar index that hit another 2.5-year low today is working in favor of the metal market bulls. February gold futures were last up $10.50 to 1840. Thank you, Jim Wyckoff. And last but not least, I voted on the Kitco Gold survey, and I bet you guys can guess what I voted. I voted for higher prices. Okay, guys, so now let's take a look at the charts for Mindmed, and these are the last 2 stocks I'm taking a look at before we dive into that silver stock. But I will, at the end of this video, be taking a look at a lot of my favorite growth stocks and how they've performed today versus the ones that we called out yesterday in that potential swing trade video. So, guys, Mindmed is up 3.9%, holding on to $2. Fingers crossed we can get a few more green days. One thing I did want to say when it comes to Mindmed is it did impress me. I expected the stock to drop down below $2 or test $2, which is what we did. It does show strength that in their quiet period before financing closes on the 8th, the stock so far has held on to $2. Although slightly dipping yesterday below $2, Mindmed's chart does look pretty good, and I wanted to say that if you look at our previous videos on departures stocks, 2 days ago the video got 1.7 thousand views already for a channel with just 1,000 subscribers. And I really talk about the technicals for Mindmed, so if you're interested in the technicals for Mindmed, take a look at that video. But what I spotted was a bullish flag forming. Now, what is a bullish flag? You can just simply Google it, go to Google Images. It's not really hard to, you don't have to be an expert technical trader to Notice this pattern, but there's a flagpole and then some consolidation like it should. Like a flag, it blows around in the wind and then bam. Retracement and then head up. So that's what it looks like to me right now. We've got the flagpole here. We've got a really long flag, and hopefully that's the case and we get a breakout soon. So anyways, we're going to be keeping our eyes on Mindmed. Hopefully we can get JR on. He messaged me and said should be doing something after the financing closes. So that's usually when things get exciting. The company can start rolling out more news. Now some cheap stocks. CloudMD. It's so funny, guys. CloudMD and Mindmed. In today's trading session, the exact same price, $2.13. Much different story for CloudMD. CloudMD is down quite substantially. They're actually down all month from $3 to $2 as telemedicine really got hit this month. But CloudMD, along with, the price just changed there, CloudMD and Carebook, both stocks, Carebook's doing fantastic today, up 8.39% finally. But both of these stocks are on my watch list. I really feel like there's lots of opportunity in the healthcare technology sector. But anyways, guys, let's get into this company. The company is called Aftermath Silver. You can search Aftermath Silver on YouTube and you will find our two videos. One is an overview talking about their acquisition. One is an interview with their president, Michael Williams. Really awesome guy, and we will have him back on, fingers crossed, next week. But I want to talk about the company and why I think this is an interesting one to look at, not just from the charts, but from company perspective. Aftermath Silver, let's take a look at the charts. So it's trading for $1.03, down 1 cent today, down 0.96%. And the charts look pretty good. I mean, we're stuck in this trading range between 80 cents to $1, but it's looking like it might be poised for a breakout. $131 million market cap. They are a silver exploration company. So let's take a look. The right combination. This is not a grassroots situation. We have built an early stage pure play silver with 3 projects and a growth curve ahead of it. So that's words from their CEO. You can take a look at their projects on their website. They've got 3 interesting projects. So let's dive straight into their investor presentation and talk to you guys about the most important things. And we're kind of given a little bit of an update because this is their November 2020 investor presentation. And they've changed things up a little bit. So in terms of silver, there are currently few pure play silver projects leading to strong investor demand for silver focused companies. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say this video is completely unsponsored. The interview, of course, will be sponsored, but I simply wanted to talk about this because after talking to Michael this week, trying to get him back on, I wanted to revisit this and give you guys a little bit of an update. Management, the ability to raise capital and to advance projects from exploration through to development and mining. Chile and Peru, so they're in Chile and Peru, premier mining jurisdiction with a skilled workforce and an established mining framework. Both companies have long history of silver mining. So their objective is to build a silver-focused exploration and development/mining company. So let's talk about their recent development. Aftermath Silver is acquiring 100% of the Berenguela silver copper project in southern Peru from SSR Mining for $13 million cash over 6 years, $3 million in shares, and 1 to 1.25% NSR on all mineral production. Now has 3 quality silver projects, Berenguela in Peru, plus Chalacolo and Chachinal in Chile, at different stages of exploration and development. They've closed a $17.2 million no warrant private placement to fund its planned work at Berenguela, Chalacolo, and Chachinal. Treasury currently stands at $18.5 million. Sorry to make that correction, guys. Michael Williams is the chairman and director, not the president. Ralph Ruston is the president and CEO. So Eric Sprott owns 19% of the company, Palisades Gold 6.5%, and Axion 1.8%. So key ownership in the company, that's also a very good thing. Here we can see their 3 projects. Let's talk about what they actually have in the ground. So Cachinal project has 5.05 million tons at 101 grams per ton, or 16.3 million ounces silver, and inferred 2.48 million ounces of silver. The Chalacolo working to produce the current NI 43-101 resource estimate, and Berenguela working on a NI 43-101 property report. So hopefully those will be on the way. Berenguela, extensive historic data available. Extensive work completed by different operators since the mid-1990s, most recently by ASX-listed Valor Resources. Here is Berenguela's JORC 2018 mineral resource. So silver measured and indicated 98 million ounces of silver in the ground, and then indicated and then inferred of 28 million ounces. So quite a substantial resource. That's why the acquisition was over 10 million. So Berenguela planned work aftermath is currently preparing an NI 43-101 report for the project, reviewing historical metallurgical test work to identify additional test work requirements, planning for PFS level engineering studies, reviewing historical social community engagement work. So here's their two Chilean silver exploration projects, and the Chalicolo 2015 historic mineral resource, which I believe they're working on a new NI 43-101, so 30 million ounces indicated and 6.9 million ounces inferred. So the company has a substantial amount of silver already in the ground. So that's what's interesting. For me, I guess I'm looking for more exposure to high-grade silver exploration. They have multiple projects. They already have some silver in the ground. So that's what excites me about this company, along with pretty decent ownership from Eric Sprott, Palisades Gold, and yeah, they just seem to be an interesting silver explorer worth taking a look at. As I've mentioned before, guys, I have been specifically trying to target and gain exposure to the silver mining sector, especially silver exploration, as I feel like silver is going to pop over the next couple months to the next year. So anyways, that's my opinion on that, and that's my update. We will have Michael Williams back on next week, hopefully. So let's take a look at a few of our favorite companies. The companies we talked about in yesterday's video, and TAT is finally bouncing above $3, and if this holds, TAT's had this trend. It makes a high, pulls back a bit, makes a fresh high, pulls back a bit, and hopefully we're on track to a fresh high, so TAT may still be an interesting time to take a look at that company. The next one we quickly got to take a look at is Carebook, and I don't know why it's so delayed on this site, man. Carebook is up to, it's up 12 cents, up 8.3%, up to $1.55. So it's looking like it was a really good buy around $1.40. Of course, never financial advice. Don't take this as financial advice. I'm just saying. Revisiting CloudMD at $2.16. This is one stock that I want to add to my portfolio. Okay, guys, let's take a look at a few other companies, and we will be doing a live stream on Friday, so we can look at all of your favorite companies. Hopefully, we've got a green day for Friday. MMEDF is up 5%. Mindmed on the NEO is up 3.41%. Although very frustrating that this stock tends to not hold on to its gains throughout the day. At least for the last week, it's like it goes up in the morning and it declines, and it goes up in the morning and it declines. I'm waiting for a strong close. We used to get strong closes, not that I'm saying anything negative about Mindmed, but it's just a little frustrating to watch those gains on the day deteriorate into the close. Really annoying. Numinous Wellness up 2.86%. That stock's been doing pretty good after the little pullback that it had recently. Else Nutrition having a very good day, up 9.3%. That's BABYF. And Baby is up 8.59%. So anyways, guys, that's it for the video. It's going to be an interesting end to the week. We'll see what happens, and I will be live streaming tomorrow. So tune in around, I want to say 2 to 3 p.m. for that live stream. We'll schedule it. We'll post it right after this video on the channel, so you guys know exactly what time it is and exactly which time I've selected. Also, tune into Departure Stocks. Don't forget, I will be making a new video today. Subscribe, drop those comments. We're out of here. Always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.